This episode of Speakers of Eidolon is made possible by our generous patrons, like Chris, Tyronius, Dalamud Papodo, Søren Svanhoff, Scry de la Rosa, Jamie Assur, Elim, Meli Algren, Cecirifu Lilirifu, Ariel, Courtney, Daimos, Casey Schaefer, and Omegacat Comet. Support the show and become a patron today at patreon.com/SpeakersXIV.
This is Speakers of Eidolon.
Good evening, Aorsians. Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon, episode 104. I am Lukiel Bravestone, and I'm joined today by... wrong order. Yaspot, Rollo Des.
Hey.
Yaspot, Rollo Des, and Mala Vanadar.
Hello.
Welcome to Speakers of Eidolon. It's episode 104 on August the 4th, 2018. And today we're going to talk about the upcoming 14-hour broadcast to celebrate the 5-year anniversary of Final Fantasy XIV. We'll also talk a little bit about FanFest, and we'll also discuss the handover of XIVDB. Also, we'll be reading some Mog Mail. Remember to send us Mog Mail, as usual, at speakersxiv.com/mogmail. And stay tuned for the post-show for the premiere of Secrets of a Realm, and it is the first time the story element returns. And this is like the story that was teased in like episode 5. I think that was, yeah, and then I just abandoned it because I had to rewrite everything and it was just too much work. So some videos didn't have any story and then it was just like filler in between. So yeah, that'll be in the post show. And for channel updates, Remnants of a Realm, of course, will be next week. That'll be part 1 of the Gridania special. So if you're a Gridanian or a Gridania fanboy, that's look forward to that. Okay, so in some quick news, also, yeah, Rollo is back from his move. Welcome back.
I'm back. I'm sweating. It's hot.
Yeah, because now Rollo, you don't have air condition now, so you're in my world now.
And coincidentally, he moved into the bowels of Mount Doom. Actually,
there you go.
Yeah,
it's really, really hot.
Yeah.
That little shiny spot on my head right here. That's sweat.
That's lovely. Okay, so in quick news updates, there's been some additions to the Mog Station.
Finally.
Now you can get. I mean, you already know I'm against all this. I don't like it when they give like key NPC costumes to players. Lord Hian's outfit is now on the Mog Station, and it'll cost you $12. It is for males only, 1 account, and it is not dyeable.
Fine.
Which is weird, because I would have been happier if you could dye it, because then at least you can make it not look like Hian's coat.
Yeah.
Right? It looked like
you tried dyeing those textures. Like,
that's right. We'll see
now.
all those terrible textures now on all over the place.
Zoom in on it, have fun.
Apparently it adds muscle to your character. So you get that big fat biceps if you want that on your character. But you can also get the Eastern Fair goers attire for $5. That's the last year's event, so that's expected. What I probably didn't expect,
but very grateful for,
is that you can buy shaved ice for $5.
$5 for
you can buy
virtual shaved ice.
With those $5, you could probably buy 3 shaved ice in real life. It's summer. Go get yourself something nice. Don't get yourself virtual shaved ice.
Just to be clear, though, it is a housing item. So it is not a one-time use. It is 10-time use.
Yeah, 10-time use.
But still...
Well, it doesn't do anything anyway.
It doesn't do anything, right?
The point of eating it, there has no point to eat it.
With those 6 stats. Wow.
So if you're tossing it up between Lord Hien's outfit or 2 shaved ices, and then you got $2 left over, it's a difficult choice.
$5 for shaved ice. That's also a little... That's crazy. Like even
Especially-
in real life.
Especially when they're giving a song for $3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that adds to your collection in game.
It should be $1. Actually, it shouldn't even be on the
It's
box.
also
It shouldn't even be on the Mog Station.
no, it
exactly.
shouldn't. It shouldn't. It's also just a tiny little. It's so small you can barely see it on a table. Like
Yeah.
you pay $5 for that. Like that is insanity. But okay, buy it if you want it. I guess people are gonna buy it.
I'm going to buy it. It's why they keep putting this stuff out there.
You
People
can
keep buying it.
you can also buy the second edition Moonfire Fair. I guess that's the poster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's $5 as well. So in compare,
One is permanent though. One
Yeah.
isn't.
yes,
Both. Yeah.
The snow cone sort of is, as long as you don't eat it.
it's like it was a mistake, right? Like Chad is pointing, it's like maybe they just accidentally added it, and they were like, well, it's out there now.
I mean, they got like high quality. They got the screenshots and stuff.
Yeah, they do.
It was fully planned.
Yeah, it was. Sadly,
Maybe the
Yeah.
price was a mistake. Then maybe they added an extra 0. Like it could have been 50 cents each, and then you think, oh,
nothing on the Mog Station is ever going to cost 50 cents. I can promise you that.
But they have emotes on there for $1, don't they?
They do or $2.
how is it $5?
Like
Isn't it the
old,
minimum like $3 or something?
old emotes, aren't they like $2 and $1?
$2.
Yeah.
I think. I don't think.
Yeah.
How much
don't
is
think I've
a
ever seen
bottle of
anything for
dye?
$1. Oh yeah,
Like
pot of dye is less
90p?
than. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean,
so you
whatever.
can buy metallic dye, which is not making you, but saving you potentially millions of dollars in game.
Gil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gil.
Like, and then but then there's a piece of shaved ice for 5 times the price.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
So
Why isn't the shaved ice part of the event that you can just like go to the vendor and be
It
like,
is-
hey, turn some tokens in?
isn't it strange? Yeah, I was about to ask that earlier. Like this is an asset they could have reused for this event, like the shaved
Yeah,
ice.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But instead they wanted to put that on the Mog Station. Like that's
Does this mean they're gonna start selling stuff like Spriggan chocolate next year?
you
Oh,
know
God, I
they
hope
are.
so.
Like for real though? Like
Because
is that
I've
what
already
this-
saved up 99 Spriggan
They're selling
chocolates.
shaved
Oh,
ice now,
so-
yes. Of course they're gonna sell the Spriggan chocolate.
Anything can happen ever since we started doing like retainer level skips or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anything's
yeah.
possible at this moment.
Yeah.
But whatever
That's
the
right.
fuck you want.
It's troubling, but I mean,
We've,
I hope people don't buy it, but it doesn't matter because they're gonna put stuff like this up anyway. We're screwed. There's nothing we
Yeah.
can do about it. If you want to spend $5 on a tiny housing item that does nothing, I mean, you could say that about all furniture to be honest, but this is like a non-functional piece of shit that doesn't give you anything. It's shaved ice for $5. Okay.
we talked about this before. Remember on the Monk Station episode?
Oh god, no! I don't want to.
But
I don't want
sorry.
those comments again. Oh,
It's the whining of poor people.
Yeah.
I have
Ugh.
like 20 shaved ice right now, guys. You're so
I'm
poor.
I'm so
My house is a
bougie.
role-playing ice cream parlor. I already bought 20 shaved
How come
ice.
you guys aren't stupid enough to buy this stuff? It's the real thing.
Yeah.
I'm spending all my money to buy all the keys for the shaved ice. No one else can have it.
Right.
All these tokens are mine.
Good call. Just
It's
calculate
the
how
only
many,
reason I work.
Yeah.
how many
To buy
possible
more
codes,
shaved ice.
and then just work out how many possible codes there could be, and just run the Mog Station
Yeah.
dry of those
Oh
codes.
hell yeah, please.
Yeah.
Okay. So on to our main story. Final Fantasy XIV is turning 5 this
Aw.
August 27th. It's almost old enough to go to school. Still
Yeah, it'll be going to primary school soon.
Yeah. To celebrate this, like the previous years, the dev team will host a 14-hour broadcast. I almost said podcast. To celebrate,
it will be like one.
it will be kind of like one, I guess. It will also contain the live letter, I believe. So that's good
Yes.
news for us, because that means it'll be fresh off the press when our
Yeah.
episode airs. So that starts on when is that? August the 31st at 8 p.m. to Saturday September 1st at 10 a.m. PDT.
And that's
That is PDT.
It's 3 a.m. September 1st for me. So
Yeah.
4 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
So make of that what you will, Europe.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll
It's
put
our
the live
live
letter.
stream now.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's true. I don't know.
I
If
mean,
they're gonna-
I think
You will go
I think last time they did this, I woke up early to try and catch it, and the first few hours were trash anyway. So don't worry about it.
They'll also
Don't bother.
probably have this weird thing with all the flowers in the background. I still think that's pretty weird.
Oh, God,
that's
that
a
was
Japanese
weird.
thing, isn't it?
Isn't it like people sponsoring it or something?
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah, it's like
congratulations
like-
from Sony. It's just
How is
flowers.
that-
Thanks, Voodoo
It's-
graphics cards.
It's so weird.
It's all old-fashioned. They're still
Yeah.
got fax machines. Then they have like a 5-hour The Feast tournament, and then they get to the live letter at like a decent time.
yeah.
Don't say that because it's going to happen.
It's gonna
and now I'm
happen.
They
actually
did
pissed
last
out.
time, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're gonna dedicate a big portion to just PvP. So look forward to that. No, that's not right. I'm lying. Okay, so that's that. We don't really know what else is gonna happen there, but looking at last year, we know the live letter thing's happening. There'll probably be some interviews. I'm assuming it's just going to be in Japanese, all of it, like last year.
Yeah.
So you might not want to watch it unless you know Japanese. Yeah.
This is why they won't sponsor us, Luke Hill.
Oh yeah.
This is why
Or
Square Enix don't
Japanese.
sponsor. Just don't watch it. Don't watch any of
Don't
it.
watch anything they produce. By the way, just don't.
No, just watch us.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Not until they start making English stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So
It is kind of ridiculous at this point, honestly.
we talk about this. I
Certainly
mean,
is.
I think
Yeah.
I ranted about this last year. Like, well,
Yeah.
what's the point? Like, we are the biggest player base. I don't know if we are anymore. They might just be trying
No,
like,
we still are.
desperately to.
We are.
We are still, and it's
Okay.
only getting more.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
it's yeah.
The international player base is still the biggest one as opposed to the
Mhm.
Japanese one.
Yeah. It's very strange, but we've already sort of discussed this at length before, but it is strange. It's
Yeah.
like no. It's like
It
I
is
start
strange, but it would also
Yeah.
double the length of every conversation they have.
Well, no,
Unless you
'cause
have someone
can
talking
always-
over it.
Oh,
Yeah, you could
that's
have
true.
it. You can have it like it's there's normal stream for Japanese people, and here's English stream, and there's a
They should,
translator.
Yeah.
they should
They-
have like they
they-
have in the UN where like there's like a translator like while they're
Well,
talking over.
Let's
Yeah.
not forget they did that at Japanese Fan Fest.
Oh yeah, they did.
They did that. Like the whole
Yeah.
Japanese Fan Fest had people talking
Oh,
over.
yeah.
it.
But that was
I
a
mean,
paid event. Yes.
Of course, yeah, but
Do you think that will be the
Small.
case this year?
probably
The stream is free, not enough money.
Yeah.
Dude. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
There's definitely no excuse at this point. They're not like everybody knows the joke like, oh, Square Enix, that small indie dev, but like
Yeah.
they actually act like it sometimes, and it's like clearly you can
Yeah.
like trend like it's not that big of a deal at this point.
Yeah.
At least the slides are in English. Broken English sometimes.
Yeah, that's true. There are obviously people out there that are going to translate it. I'm assuming Reddit is going
course.
to have their translator do
They always
Yeah.
do.
for
For
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay. In addition to that, new Tales from the Storm will be released on August 10th. That's been a while since because I think the first Tales of the Storm, or the only Tales of the Storm, were at launch, right?
Yeah.
So this will be Chronicles again, starting from August 10th. I'm assuming after the liberation of Alamigo. Maybe.
Are we ever gonna do that thing for the Patreon?
Don't talk about it yet, Rollo. We don't talk about it.
We just
I don't know what. I can't wait. I lost your audio. Your audio is off. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was my bad. So there's also a fan favorite music poll.
It's too much. I can't do it.
I looked at
way
it
too much.
right before this show and was like,
It is very overwhelming. It is very overwhelming.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of
I
tracks.
spent like an hour going through them, and I've got to like the start of Heavensward.
Yeah. It's
It's like 3 tracks.
There's no prize either, which is
there is.
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's what I said too, Rolo. Maybe it's just us North Americans that value our time, but
Yeah, because like
I'm not gonna go do it.
wait,
I'm
I
not gonna go do a 2-hour survey and like just to help them make a CD.
I think the word you're
Yeah.
looking for is greedy.
greedy. Greedy. We
I
pay
just
the
want
money.
a raffle.
We pay the
Calm
money.
Down. There is no
It's not a-
prize. It is.
It's not a big deal, but it is kind of weird.
it's-
Like
It's kind of weird. I
It's
agree.
for an album that they're making with like the best of tracks from 14. So
You're welcome for the help.
if
You're
you want to
welcome for the
help for free, you can go to their website and do that. Have fun. Also, what they're going to do in the days leading up to the anniversaries, that they're going to publish posts from the devs, sort of giving like a behind the scenes thing, I guess, and some thoughts and stuff about how, you know, their time in 14 has been. We already have the first one. I thought maybe we should read it. It's from Yoshi P. Naoki Yoshida. It's been 5 years since A Realm Reborn launched on August the 27th, 2013, and almost 8 years since I started working on the original Final Fantasy XIV. The first thing that springs to mind is, hasn't time flown? Which is a bit of a cliche, but when I stop to reflect on everything, all the memories come flooding back and I realize just how eventful they've been. To tell the truth, these last 8 years have been the most challenging for me, for better or worse. I'm still a game developer, and my sleeping pattern hasn't changed much, except now my life revolves almost entirely around 14. And not just from making and running the game, but as one of the Warriors of Light too. So yeah, it keeps me pretty busy. None of this would have been possible without the many people who've guided me along the way. Of course, I'm talking about Warriors of Light around the world who've supported us these 8 years, as well as the development and operations teams, who were always so patient with me. There isn't a specific point we're trying to get to with 14, but there's still so much we want to do with this game, and we've got a lot of surprises in store that I think you're going to enjoy. The world of Final Fantasy XIV is a culmination of everyone's devotion and commitment, and the future is what we make it together. I hope you'll all be there to see where this journey takes us.
Man, the fact that he says
that's nice.
His life revolves around 14 sounds like a living hell. I can't think of anything worse than that.
I mean, he's producer and director, so it's like...
And he plays it.
And he plays it too, so...
What does he do? How does he live?
He doesn't.
Sounds horrible. Yeah, he looks so tired all the time.
Yeah.
I must be thinking, oh god, I wish I could just play, you know, Half-Life 1. I haven't even got around to that yet.
Wait, yes, you're muted. There. Sorry. Hello. I find it. It's nice that he said 8 years when he said thanking the Warriors of Light for all the 8 years. He has had a tendency to ignore the years past, but this was like a subtle way of doing that instead of like going, oh yeah, also the legacy, because legacy people are always like, oh, they ignore us.
I mean, there's like 5 legacy people.
Yeah, I actually saw someone with a legacy tattoo today. That blew my mind.
Oh.
Hello to you.
It always says like Final Fantasy 14 turning 5. It's like, I mean, it's A Realm Reborn that's turning 5.
Yeah.
Not Final Fantasy 14, right?
I still think that they should celebrate the actual game. Like, the
of
actual
course.
date. But that's just me.
It'd be nice to have like a decade celebration in 2 years or something. But
yeah.
Hey,
yeah. The Rising should have been like on the day the game started, like September 30th. Is that when 1.0 launched? I can't remember. It's 30th or 31st. It's like at the end of September, I think.
Launched.
No, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. It's interesting. He also talked about the future there. Like, it didn't say anything specific, but
oh my god.
Okay.
I just did that. That's my cup.
Some soy milk in there.
No, there's nothing. Oh, I drank soy milk yesterday.
He did.
Not the time.
They had to recall a bunch of it.
Recall a what?
Jesus.
A bunch of what?
Oh no, it was almond milk. Almond milk.
Oh,
actually.
they had to. Oh, that's
because they accidentally put real milk in it by accident.
Oh wow,
that's quite funny.
Wow, by accident.
I don't know how. It just said they have to take them all back because there's milk in it.
Wow.
Whoops.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, enough about soy milk. So starting August 10th. So I guess the next message from the developers will be out on the 10th. So keep an eye out for that. That could be interesting. We don't really hear a lot from the others in the dev team. Mostly hear from Yoshi P and like maybe like
I'd
Koji
like
Fox.
to hear from Foxconn.
Yeah.
I like him.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or
I want to hear
he always blinks.
From the writers, the other, like, because there's the lady writer and then there's the other 2 guys, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And because I think the lady was at she at GDC or no PAX, I think, and they talked about their writing style. It'd be cool to more about it.
Same with Oda, because you always hear from Koji, but Oda does a lot more writing than Koji does.
The only the only interview we had one interview with him, right? But
and it was through Koji, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So well, nice to see that.
And Chocobo guy See what he's up to these days.
The creator of Chocobo Racing. Yeah, of course.
He must be. He got promoted, but what's he doing now?
Who knows?
Chocobo Racing.
Keep an eye out for those dev messages. August 10th. Who knows? Who's next? Okay. Also, in game, we'll get Moonfire Fair on August the 13th. That starts at 1 a.m. To Sunday, August the 26th. That's at 7:59 a.m. So.
Oh, it's on Monday. Interesting.
That's true.
Yeah, normally everything's on a Tuesday, but cool.
Okay, cool. That is weird. And it gets followed by The Rising on Monday, August the 27th. Yeah, why is it on a we've talked about this before. The event starts on Monday now. Like every...
Yeah, they have been doing that.
That's weird. Well, whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
So The Rising starts on Monday, August 27th. I'm trying a new talking style where you just combine. I'm saving
time. Get the show quicker, yeah.
yeah.
Mongust.
That's how I do it.
Mongust 13th at 1 a.m. to Sunday, August the 26th. No, wait, that's the Moonfire Fair. Sorry. Listen.
Mongust.
Here we go again. The Rising starts on Monday, August 27th at 1 a.m. to Tuesday, September 18th at 7:59 a.m. And a lot of people are wondering or assuming that September 18th will be the release of the patch or the 11th. It's going to be one of the two. Like 11th makes more sense because it's 10 days after the live letter, which is it's been a proven concept that they wait 10 days after the live letter. Yeah. So we'll see if it'll be 11th or 18th, but it's definitely one of the two. And then, on August 7th, Monster Hunter World, this Tuesday. So,
hooray!
It's happening.
Along with Eureka.
Yeah.
Let's not forget Eureka, the better part of the patch. But
wait, what?
4-man extremes.
Yeah. 4-man extreme.
Let's see how it goes.
I'm gonna do it solo first day.
Of course.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
What do you mean good luck? It's
probably
not gonna be that hard.
Are you gonna? We just wished you good luck, yes. We just wish you.
Well, Mela said it. Mela said it very sarcastically.
Yeah, Mela.
Mela had his exactly.
Mela, that's just Mela.
Exactly.
He's just sarcastic all the time. It's just
it comes with the accent, right?
I question everything he says at all times. Right. So I'm like, okay.
Right. So Lukiel, thank you for the good luck wish, Mela. I'm disappointed in
you. Whatever, man. I'll see you in Mongus.
Yeah.
I'll see you in Mongus. I want to fight you in the parking lot on Mongus.
Be there or be square, boy.
That is going to be a new thing, right? I'm bringing it, and this
definitely.
I'm gonna that's Tungus. That's Tuesday. Wongust. That's a Wednesday in August.
Right.
Thongust. That's a good one.
Okay, that's a different name.
Frongust.
He's all
Sungust and Sungust. Quality content. This is quality.
They all sound like brothers of Ungus.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
Is that like a dwarf or something?
Ungus? That's the guy who summons Ifrit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's not like a dwarf name.
It sound like a dwarf,
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the EU FanFest ticket sales. Went very...
We're not going.
We're not going. Very smooth.
Yeah.
Very smooth sail. Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
So it sold out in it took over a week. It actually opened to the public before it got sold out.
Yeah.
We've discussed.
Real shame as well.
Yeah.
We were.
Okay.
We were so close.
Okay. So so Mela and I, how are we going to explain how this happened, Mela? How are we going to explain our behavior?
On the first day, you said, no, don't interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. You said, if I log on and the tickets are still there, I'll buy one. You woke up late and I was like, oh, did you get a ticket? Oh, I forgot totally. And you were like, oh, they're still live. I won't buy one yet, though. Then we waited a week until they sold out, and then decided, oh well, it's
Okay.
it's not our time.
That's one detail. Now, the day before before the tickets came on sale, I went on to 14 while I was online. And I was like, oh, FanFest tickets are coming live tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And Mela just immediately starts bombarding me with reasons why I shouldn't go. And I'm like, oh, I guess you're right. Maybe you're right, actually. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't
Yeah, but
go.
I know you don't want to go.
So that's why we're not going.
No, you know what? Okay.
we talked ourselves out of it.
Let me tell you guys what I saw of this, by the way, because it's very different. Because how it's turned out, it's like, hey, FanFest tickets are up. Okay. And we're talking about like, oh, are we going to go or not? I was like, I said, well, maybe I might. I'll try. And I ended up not being able to. And then Lukiel you two somehow ended up convincing each other to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you convince each other to not go after.
That's true.
For some, and I'm like, why didn't you guys just go?
Because they didn't want to go. Deep down, they never wanted to go.
Because they were like,
yeah, deep down,
we didn't want to go. I felt
you were saying like,
yeah.
I can explain the thought process. It was like, well, we probably should go. You know, like there's some obligation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we both don't want to go. So then at first they tried to be like, okay, maybe we'll try and convince ourselves this is a good idea, which only lasted about 15 minutes, and then it was like, no, we should never go.
Yeah.
And then at one point you guys were like, oh, I'll go if you go. It's like, well, I'll go if you go, and then you guys just didn't go.
Yeah, so that's what that's the last thing we said about it. I was like, I'll go if you go, and I was like, I go if you go. And then we never talked about it again, and then it sold out.
You know what you should have said? You should have said, like, I'll go if Yaz and Rolo go, because there'd be zero chance I would ever go to FanFest,
yeah.
So you could have blamed it on us.
Yeah.
It would have been the ideal
That's
strategy.
what happened, actually.
That's actually what happened.
There was also, like, this moment where Mela was like, I think you said, like, you'll buy it. No, I think you said something about I'll buy a ticket, and then you don't buy one. Or something. Like, yeah, and I was like, oh god, what if I buy a ticket and Mila doesn't buy a ticket? I have to go alone. And then probably you thought the same thing. I'd say I bought a ticket and then I didn't buy one.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys not trust each other at all?
We don't trust each other.
No.
Clearly.
It's Europe. They don't trust each other.
Yeah. So that's why we're not going to FanFest.
Plus it's in France.
France is cool. You pee in the street.
I mean, Mala said that.
That's the first thing you can say. They pee in the street. It's great.
Why do French people get pee in the street, female body hair, and bread? Why is that?
The pee in the streets is a Japanese thing too. They're peeing everywhere.
That's not.
Yeah, it was. I was there. I leaned up against the wall while a guy was peeing on the wall, and I was like, oh, I guess I shouldn't lean up against that wall. People pee on it.
Okay.
So, anyway,
I peed the street.
Let's what do we expect from FanFest this year? From this year and then the EU. Do you think it'll be the same as last FanFest, where we get the name drop on the NA one, and probably the teaser, and then the full trailer, and the first job in the EU one, and the second job in the Japanese one?
I think probably
the first one, the job one.
They did release a job on the first one, yeah.
Did they?
Or they
they at least teased it.
They showed Samurai.
They teased Red Mage. He wore the Scarlet Witch t-shirt.
Yeah. Right?
I feel like I was sitting there and I remember them talking about something though.
You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna Yoshipi's gonna come on stage for the NA FanFest. He's gonna be wearing a periodic table of elements shirt, and it's gonna be like, oh my god, it's Alchemist, guys! And then it won't be, because it'll like. He'll have like the gold AU atomic symbol, whatever, zoomed in, and then he'll be like, Goldsmith is a new the Disciple of War. Thank you.
He'll come in and he'll be like wearing a tutu, and everyone like, it's gonna be Dancer. It's gonna be Dancer.
But
then he'll tear it off.
Or he comes out in like the striped shirt and he's like. But I actually kind of hope it doesn't follow the exact same formula. Specifically, I don't want to have to watch the teaser trailer or whatever and be like, okay, I'm waiting to see the other half.
Yeah.
Like because that was such a good surprise last time, where we almost were led to believe that was the trailer.
Yeah.
Right. And then then they were like, what up? That's not
when
the
they
trailer
did
at
the
all.
second trailer,
Mhm.
like it blew my mind.
Yeah,
briefly.
that's
I
why
was,
they
like,
did
so
it, right?
excited.
Because no one
Mhm.
expected Althard to be part
But
of
I don't
the expansion.
want them to do that again because I think that would
No.
be super predictable.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah,
you know, that's the main thing for me. Plus,
Yeah.
I also just don't want a split focus trailer like that again. But
Yeah.
other than that, I assume the job releases and all that will probably happen in the same way.
we'll
Mhm.
get the first trailer and be like zooming through the wastelands of Ilzabard, and then in like February it'll be like and Mericidia, and you'll be like, oh,
Yeah.
damn it, why are we going there?
I want everyone in
That would be
Mericity to have
disappointing.
Australian accents. That's what I want. that's
Good
that.
night, mate. Welcome to Mericidia.
Hey, good day.
It's got to be the
Crikey.
same with the New World too, right? Where everybody's like,
America.
"Hello, I'm American." It's got to be like Mela's weird American accent.
Yeah.
Greetings, I'm American.
I'm American.
Why wouldn't they have like more Native American accents or something?
Because you,
No,
that's
no,
racist. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No, got the racist clothing.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
We're just trying to fill
so,
time with
FanFest. Let's get back to FanFest.
I want a really complicated way for the job reveal, like the fucking Sam Raimi thing.
Yeah, that was.
That's
Yeah.
what I want.
That was
I
good.
want to be really stupid, and I want to be really mad when I find out what it is.
You want
Yeah.
you want to hear the theory and go, "There's zero chance that that's ever true." Like the Sam Raimi
Yeah.
thing, I was like, that's such a reach. That's absurd. There's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But
That's
then
what I
also the
want.
fact that people figured it out. How?
True that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Can we all guess
The
the
Scarlet
name
Witch
of
one
it?
was easy. That was too easy. There's
Scarlet
nothing
Witch
like that
was
ever
easy, yeah.
again.
No.
Mm.
And maybe
As
not just
your
wears
mage.
t-shirts. I think we've used that.
T-shirts
now.
forever. T-shirts forever. That's it.
That'll continue. I'm sure of it.
But it's so obvious. It's like everyone's gonna look at his T-shirt now, and it's gonna. I wish he just
Yeah.
had like a T-shirt and just had tiny text, like the tiniest text in the world, and it says the job name, and no one can
Or-
read it.
Or it just says like, "Look at the data mining." Like we data mined it already. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like just ignore the T-shirt.
Yeah.
I
Jesus
want
Christ,
him.
Nat.
I want him to type it out on an Enigma machine, and then you have to get another Enigma machine to decode it to find out.
Why
What?
the Enigma machine of all things? The fucking World War II,
Yeah.
Yoshi P famously
What?
the
loves.
good old
The
Enigma
Enigma.
machine. Come on, guys, we have to go down to the Enigma machine to decode this
Yeah,
Final Fantasy
and then-
14 hidden job.
And then you need to translate it from Navajo, like a code talker,
Oh my god.
into 3 different separate languages,
Mm.
and then you need to.
Wow. So FanFest is all going to be in like Berlin.
Yeah.
They've got to access an Enigma machine.
Right.
Let's all guess the name of the expansion, and then whoever's right gets like 20 shaved ices.
You're paying for that, by the way.
No,
Uh,
yeah,
because
of
it's no.
Yes.
I'll call it.
Everyone who loses has to chip in.
I want to say something with iron or steel.
I was thinking
I
the
was
same
going
thing.
to about to say steel
like
or something.
Ironbound or something.
All
yeah.
4 of us were.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Stormblood.
like Iron Blood, but then I realized we already have.
No, we already have
Stormblood.
Stormblood.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one. It's gonna be like
Ironbound.
that though. It's gonna be like a one single word because they said
Yeah,
that last
2
time that
syllables.
it's easier to trademark and stuff because it has to be a word that doesn't exist already.
They did trademark. We were talking about it last week.
Oh yeah, They
I
have
don't know
already
what
trademarked a name, but I think it's too early. They trademarked the name.
It was Outriders, which is
Yeah,
rubbish,
that was
so
a
it won't be
different
that.
game. I think it was confirmed to be a different game. But
Also-
that's gonna happen soon. They're gonna file for a trademark soon, and that's probably gonna be the
Mhm.
name of the expansion. So
Yeah.
If it's not anything steel or iron,
what? Oh, hello?
hello, are you back?
Welcome back.
Did I go into AFK?
Was that?
Yeah,
Why
you
is
said-
that
Yeah, it was
happening
that thing
now?
that happened last time.
God, it's so dumb.
That has happened in a while. Yeah.
So yeah, if it's not iron or steel related, I would think it would something to be kind of Latin, Roman related. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's
Kinda.
actually I would almost prefer that, to be honest.
But it also has to be
That's
easy to
kinda-
remember, easy to pronounce.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things like they have to make. Like it can sound cool, but it has to be like easy to remember. and
It
say.
won't be like I don't know. I was gonna say Presidium, but that's not that's not a Latin word. It's not gonna be something like
Ceruleum.
Cerulean.
Ceruleum.
I think it's gonna be 2 syllables.
I wish you could do like a full name.
Oh no,
honestly.
actually, because happens.
What's the Japanese Stormblood name? Isn't it like Born in Crimson or
Crimson
something?
Liberators?
Like
Liberators.
Crimson Liberators. Like those are better names. In my opinion.
Yeah.
They're cool,
You know.
but
Yeah.
we're going to be Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, they also think we're stupid. Remember, he said that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's 100%.
So
Yeah,
they have to be
Final
very
Fantasy 14
simple.
third expansion.
Yeah.
3. That's it. Just
Yeah.
says
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14
3.
dash 3.
Right.
Can't wait for Fire 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
That's going to be horrible.
I'm
Final
sure it's going to be a
Fantasy.
cool name. It's going to be a cool name. Don't worry about it.
It's something to do with
Koji
fire,
Fox is
because they-
overseeing it.
It's going to be Final Fantasy 14 : Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be nothing to do with Kingdom Hearts, but it's just be called that.
Yeah, just to cash in on Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, oh my god. Right. So I guess we can talk about how we're going to cover it, which is absurd because we haven't even talked about how we're going to cover it yet.
Yeah, but
We'll just do it live.
this is a good time to do it. 'cause,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I already.
It's not like anyone's watching.
So I have the ideas that we had for when we were supposed to cover the what was it we didn't cover? Was it? There was FanFest, wasn't it?
FanFest, yeah.
Yeah. I had all the
We
plans
just talked about it after the fact.
drawn up, and then we weren't allowed because Orange didn't want to get spoiled.
That's true, yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, yeah,
So we
fair
cancelled
enough, but-
all the coverage. Yeah, you supported
didn't
him, by the
actually
way, you traitor. Okay.
So bizarre.
I can see why he didn't, but then after watching it, nothing was spoiled.
Yeah.
So
Um,
Things will get spoiled. It doesn't make any sense.
it was.
You never
It
know,
didn't
though.
help anyways because he stopped playing right after. So I don't know why.
yeah.
He was like, if I don't know anything, it'll be better. I'm like, no, dude.
Turns out it was still bad.
Yeah. It was still awful. So we would have to cover as much as possible. Now we can cover. I don't know how much is broadcast on the live stream. but-
Everything but the concert spare.
Yeah, so that's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff to cover.
Thank God it's all on weekends as well.
It
so-
is. Yeah, it's
So
Perfect.
yeah.
We can shoutcast the PvP games.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Whoa!
That was sarcastic. Don't sound so excited about that.
I mean, we can try. That is an interesting thing because I don't understand PvP at all. So if we would be like commentating over a PvP, if they have like a
It's-
PvP match,
Luca, it's very simple. You're in a 4-man party, and then you shout now, and then everyone just does as much damage as they can to one target to kill them. And if they don't do it, they all then just wait.
Oh, it looks like the paladin has used hollowed ground. Okay, let's wait 10 seconds.
No, you get it like really loud. It's like, and here comes the jugular from the ninja. Oh my god! There's a silence going off right now. Here comes the big stun. Oh,
Just to make it sound exciting. I'm excited. I like
I'm
PvP now.
pumped
Oh
now.
my god.
Oh
The
my
red,
God.
PvP now.
team's white mage is running in circles. It's what is he doing? It's Lucio Bravestone.
The white mage is breaking line of sight as we speak. Excellent plays.
Yeah. That sounds like a glorious segment.
So I
I'm
guess
sure.
we're doing that now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jazz.
That stands me.
Giveaways, of course. We'll have to give away the stuff from FanFest.
Give away the expansion
The-
pack, right, Lucio?
Yeah, we don't even have it yet. At that point, you moron. We'll have.
but we
we'll
will.
give away the FanFest minions and the mounts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For each FanFest?
For each
It's the same
FanFest.
one, isn't it?
No, the
Okay.
minions different for each. stuff.
Minions different, but the
Minions
mounts.
But
different
yeah.
for each one.
We'll give away some of those, and I guess we'll. I don't know what else can we do. I mean, it'll be coverage, and I guess we'll just have because there'll be stretches of time where nothing happens on stream. There, we'll just talk over that, have that in a smaller window.
We could probably have
Try
a
and do
little
it like-
recap moments.
It'll be like a live coverage, like on any other live coverage of a live event, I guess, where we'll just look in whenever there's something interesting there.
Yeah. Are we gonna have the ticker? I love the ticker.
Oh yeah, the news ticker will be back.
The
Yeah,
news
yeah,
ticker.
of
Yeah, I love
course,
that.
of course. We need someone
Breaking
to operate
news.
that.
We'll probably have it like a Dropbox file, I guess. Have
Yeah,
someone
we can
Yeah.
do that. Yeah, that
edit
works.
it.
Yeah. So yeah, look forward to that. It'll be fun. It'll.
I like live
Yeah.
coverage.
Yeah.
When we do the FanFest, it's fun.
When's
Yeah.
the newest one?
Because you don't have to
any
plan
ones this
anything.
year, right?
What?
Eh?
The North
The-
American one. It's on November 14th.
Okay.
around in November. Sometime in November. If November the 14th that's on a Friday, and 15th and 16th, then maybe I can't remember. So it's in November.
Sounds right.
More information when we get closer to that date.
3 months, guys.
Keep you updated.
We'll keep you updated. Before we move on, we have to draw a dungeon. Now, update on minimum eye level. We're going to talk about XIV changing hands too, but draw dungeon is there right now. So while I remember it, let's just draw the dungeon. We did Sastasha hard last week.
It was good.
Did we though?
It's not my fault.
It was no one's fault except for Lukiel's.
It's so strange. It's that one episode where no one asked if we're minimum eye level until at the
I mean, I did
end.
at the end. Yeah.
At the end. Yeah, so Sastasha Hard has been put back.
I wish we kind of just didn't notice, and then we just had thought we had done it the whole time.
Someone just calls it out like a YouTube comments like this. You guys didn't queue up for my level.
I can see you're doing damage numbers that would be statistically impossible.
Guess your dungeon, boys.
Same
I'll go
on top of
Belgian
reason.
Wall.
Did we do Cutter's Cry?
No,
I feel like I ask this every week.
that's
Okay,
what I
Cutter's
always.
Cry.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Cutter's. I always go Cutter's Cry. So let's see.
Oh, okay.
Is this the time?
We got two people voting for it, so it's gotta be
Stone Vigil Hard.
Oh god
That's
damn it. I hate that dungeon so much.
That one takes forever,
It's
even
so
if you're not on
stupid.
minimum eye level.
Yeah, it's gonna be good
We
fun.
have to do the cannons and shit. Ugh.
Wow.
I ran that dungeon like 3 times in my life, and that was awful.
I've ran it a lot and I hate it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I've only done it like twice. or
gonna be
something.
interesting. That'll be tomorrow. Well, let's roll the wheel though. Let's not forget our good friend, the
No cannons.
wheel.
It has to be
No
no
HUD.
cannons.
With
we
the
have to kill
cannons,
them
no HUD.
without the cannons. Oh,
Yeah.
no HUD with the
If we get
cannons?
no HUD, we'll have to reroll because that'll be the 3rd time in a row, and it's also impossible to do.
It is impossible, yeah.
We could probably just like turn on the HUD for that bit. Or
Yeah,
something.
there's
I guess that's true.
no
Or just do what you do with your like HUD setup.
Also, did you say it's
I'm
the
not-
third? It would be the 3rd time. I think it's the 2nd because one episode didn't exist.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Okay.
That's. I'll
Only
take
bad
that.
for Yas.
No right side gear. We'll survive. So that's tomorrow
No
at
right side. I'll just go warrior.
6 p.m. GMT, 11 a.m. PDT for that. Right. So last story before Mogmail. XIVDB is dying.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
Rip and rest.
The main dev is leaving XIVDB and is handing it over to Zam. And if you've played 11 or WoW, you know what Zam is, and you know that the doom bells are ringing for XIVDB right now. Hopefully, I mean, I don't have any hope. I mean, it'll in a matter of weeks, it'll be just full of fucking ads, and it'll be broken, and they won't fix anything. It'll just fall apart.
To be honest, I
you
hardly
go-
use XIVDB anyways right now.
But it's such a good
I use it
website
less.
when you use it.
When you use it, yeah. I don't really use it.
It
That
has
often.
everything, and it's so
Yeah.
difficult to run because Square Enix is fetching data from the game is difficult. Like 14 has a very like complete apparently. For fuck's
Oh my-
sakes,
what? How many cups do you
What's going on,
have?
dude? Yeah, how many cups are on your desk?
that was a pen.
He's operating like a bar as well. It's like
Oh yeah,
stacks
sorry.
of metal
I'll
cups.
serve you in a bit, sir. Sorry. No, but yeah, Sam is not a good. They're owned by a bigger company, which is basically Japan's, or is it Japan or is it China?
Wasn't it Chinese company?
Chinese, yeah, it's the Chinese EA basically, and they also run. Is it Wowhead? Is that the
Yeah. Wowhead.
And
They run Wowhead.
yeah,
Oh.
they do.
It is literally the go-to source for WoW. Shit.
Yeah,
And it's bad
it's
because
very bad. So it's sad to see it go, but that's life. I guess there are other options. You can use the Garland tools, which has a bit of a different UI, you can say, but it works.
like it.
like Garland tools.
I guess
Gamerscape when it's not being
Gamerscape.
DDoSed.
Yeah, when it's not being
Gamerscape
DDoSed.
Is usually what Google tells me to go to.
Exactly. It is the
Yeah,
go-to
so-
source for everything.
Which is
so-
honestly why I don't necessarily use
I
XIVDB.
think XIVDB and Garland tools is more like specialized. Like if you know like if you use, I think it's easier to get stuff in XIVDB than in game. There's a few extra
Maybe.
steps in Gamerscape.
Gamerscape is also it is updated kind of slowly sometimes.
Mhm.
Because I think it's just community edited, isn't it?
Right,
Where,
I
like,
believe it
yes,
is. Yeah.
it's not pulling data from the API or anything like that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, but Gamerscape's more like a wiki, whereas
Mm.
XIVDB is like a proper just database.
It shows
site.
it shows it in an easier way. You get all the stuff
Very easy.
immediately on the same page.
I don't
Sure,
like
yeah.
Garland tools.
This Garland
Looks
tools.
weird.
No, I think it's just something
I
you have
like
to
it.
get used to. It's
Yeah,
a very
I have to
good
get used
tool.
to it.
You have to get
Yeah.
used to it if you want to use a special
Well, yeah.
website like
Definitely.
XIVDB now. Give
Yeah.
him some love, Garland Tools. Him or he or
Yeah,
she, I don't know
Everyone
who's.
move over to that guy or girl or whatever.
Yeah, because XIVDB is probably dead now. So.
Mhm.
It's been very useful to look up outfits on NPCs that I want.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll move on to Mogmail. This one's
With the-
from Shuzzles93 from Thamfrit.
Oh.
What does he chuzzle?
I've been reading Before the Storm this past week, which is a novel detailing the events leading up to WoW's next expansion. What are your thoughts on official 14 novels as a way of bridging the story between expansions or just expanding upon the universe?
Please. If one thing Blizzard does well, it fleshes out its lore in like other media.
We already
They've
have
got
it.
films, they've got short animations, they've got comic books, they've
Well,
got everything.
Why do they do
So
that though,
we could
Mala?
do-
Why do they do that
Yeah.
though?
So here's my thing
Marketing.
about that.
Because they
Right.
don't have a lot of it in game, right?
Yeah. And like
Yeah.
the difference between the two games is that WoW, the story isn't about you, it's about other people.
Yeah.
But in
That's true.
Final Fantasy 14, the story is about us, not like,
Yeah.
which I think is
That's a bad point,
different.
actually.
They couldn't tell a story from the perspective of the Warrior of Light, for example.
But
Right.
they could tell
That's
events
us.
of like other things that happened outside of us.
Yeah,
I
Like
do-
about
I-
like the war in Alamega, like when it was taken over and stuff like that.
it might be an interesting way of telling like maybe stories of calamities and stuff like that, you know?
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
stuff that's way back.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I mean,
yeah.
we have
Yeah.
Tales from the Storm, which tells
That's
exactly what
true.
happened before the expansion. And we're getting more on August 10th. Possibly a lead up to the next expansion, probably, because
Very well
possibly.
could be.
yeah.
I think I'd want it like the kind of build up stuff to at least more in game, but I think like side content, like hey, what's up with I don't know this fucking beast tribe? Yeah, tell me a little short story about that. That'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Or
check
like-
it out.
You know, when Alphino and Alize went to Charlian or whatever for the first time, or
hmm
when Stola and Lise escaped from Alamigo.
Yeah.
There's loads of little things they could talk about.
They have a lot of that bridging the gap stuff with the post Moogle quests. They dive
That's
into a
very
lot
true,
of
yes.
side
Well, that's
stories.
fair.
That's a very
Yeah.
interesting like quest line.
Well,
in
they
general.
should pick them up then.
Yeah,
again.
they should. I think
I
they
agree.
should.
But I think there's
I
actually
also-
a bad part of it. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think there's actually kind of a bad part of it too. If any of you in the chat or YouTube, or if you guys play near, you know about the expanded like side content stuff, and the format they choose for some of them is inaccessible to us. There are 2 stage plays for Nier Automata that lead up to that, and they're super important. And I mean, you can watch the stage plays, but they're in Japanese and you need a translator, and it's kind of strange. And they also have audio novels with like they have the voice actors basically just doing bits of the story, which are also pretty important. And again, we can't really have them unless fan translations come out because they
Right.
don't do English translations.
They did the same thing
And-
with Final Fantasy X stuff too.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, there's fans doing the translation for that stuff, and I think the
Mhm.
like the English voice actors for Nier Automata read some of the stuff too. But it's like when it's expanding in that kind of way, it's kind of inaccessible sometimes. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. That,
Yeah,
that
that's-
would be my warning.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
also-
Go ahead.
Don't want them to come off like fanfics, which I'm kind of worried
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Because really, the only way that they could write it in a pretty legit way would to have Oda and Koji overseeing it and have one of the writers who writes the game write the story. Like I don't want it to come off as like anybody could have wrote this. It's just a story
Yeah.
about this character, right? Like I
Yeah.
really want it to fit into the world. I'd like if they're gonna do that, I would like mentions of it to feel like it actually happened.
yeah.
Like somebody mentioning it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, again, 14 is like a game where most of the story is in the game. Like, there's a lot of side quests in this game, and a lot of them shed light on a lot of stuff that's happened in that world. Though I do wish we had, like, some stories showing what happened, like after the liberation of Alamiga, to like the common people, like what happened to the actual like city state, which I hope is what we're getting on August 10th. Also like some stories maybe about like Garlemald. I hope maybe if that's like a lead into the next expansion, maybe we'll get some juice there. But stuff like that would be nice. But again, 14 is a game that has so much of the story, most of the story in the game, and you don't need additional media to show it.
Which is exactly why my brain went to like old calamities and stuff.
Yeah.
Because that stuff will never be told. Right?
Yeah.
Like, Allegan Empire's Fall or whatever. Like, that would be a cool book to read about the Allegan Empire's rise and fall. That'd be really, really cool.
That would be cool.
And we'll never see it.
Right.
That's never going to be unless we get a time travel expansion or something, that's not going to be something that we're going to see. So
I want that so much.
Well, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of options. And the thing with the fact that, like you're saying, the game's all about us, is that every time you see the side story in the game, you're there, like talking to an NPC who's telling you it. It's never like...
Well, there are echoes where
like
you're not in, though.
Yeah, but that's like the
pretty short.
The only way they're going to be able
We
to
have the roleplay thing now. Right?
Yeah, that could be utilized. But it's like, what if you got told the story of Alamigo's liberation from the perspective of someone who was in it, and then the Warrior of Lights features in the story, like, oh wow, look what they're doing, but...
Right. Well, which was kind of like the pre-story we got, where it was like it was from Lisa's perspective, was it not?
It was from several people's perspective in the Resistance.
So I mean, that's something they've messed with.
Maybe more of that then.
Yeah. More of that
for sure.
And we're getting it on August 10th. Remember that. We'll get more
cinematics.
Maybe we'll read it.
See, that is
hire
one
Blizzard
thing
to do
I
cinematics
want.
as well, because they're so good.
Well, 14. I mean, Square Enix.
14's are pretty good.
They have state of the art. But one thing I don't like about 14 cinematics is that they never talk. Like, again, it would be nice to have some story in the intro cinematic for the game.
Yeah,
if you get what I mean. Like they in the Heavensward one, there's like so many, like they're even trying to like retell the last part of the Realm Reborn story without people talking, and that's fine for people who played it, but for people that didn't play it, seeing that cinematic, they'll be like, what the fuck just happened? Why is that a little woman dead? Like, it would be nice to have that, like, some voice acting just to explain what's happening on screen.
I really liked the Heavensward cinematic.
It's very
Is
good.
it in the game now? Because they barely update the movie section.
You have to go to the
yeah.
It's still there.
It's a very good one. Unfortunately,
I think they only added it in Stormblood though.
Unfortunately, very deceptive that first half.
A
little bit.
But yeah, again, 1.0 cinematic had voice acting. Bring it back.
No, I agree.
Maybe.
I agree. Totally should. It totally should. Like, even Stormbloods doesn't tell you anything about the game.
Right. Yeah.
It shows you Ralgar's Reach and then shows two people fighting who, if you were uninformed, would think maybe they're enemies or something. I don't know.
For sure.
Like, he doesn't give you any context, anything, and then it's like, nope, we're gone.
And it gives you the little context that's there is like based on you knowing the universe. Like
exactly. Imagine if you cut to Authard like they do in the trailer.
Yeah.
That cutscene only makes sense if you know who Garleans are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Garleans are, you have no idea what's happening.
That's true.
Right?
I agree.
Like, no idea.
Just have like a 1 to 2 minute short to like market the expansion as well.
Yeah.
Outside of the trailer.
Look at 15. Look at fucking 15.
They should have done?
Yeah.
No, do you know what they solved their own problem already, by the way. So, like, if you look back at A Realm Reborn, instead of showing you the actual opening to A Realm Reborn, they should have the one that hits when you play Start, which is the whole cutscene of the intro with a narrator.
With Louis Wall narrating. That's true.
With Louis Wall narrating. Like, that's what they should have shown you.
Yeah.
If it was just a narrator, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like, they already did it.
They did. You're right.
I don't know.
Why did they... I guess it has something to do with, like, just having to voice it in different languages?
Maybe it's just spoilers, so they don't want, like...
Yeah, but for God's sakes.
They don't want spoilers. They show, like,
they say that, but then
they're showing Nanamo dying.
They show Ralbon with his arm gone.
Yeah, they spoil everything.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just an artistic choice or if I don't know why they've decided to not have voice in there, but it is what it is.
FF14 movie, we need one. WoW got one.
Hell
Give
yeah.
us one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
I want it live action though.
I want
Live
Final Fantasy
action.
14
God no.
Spirits Within.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Remember all those people from the old 1.0 commercial with Louis Soir?
Oh.
I want those same actors.
It was actually a Realm Reborn.
Flawless.
That is
Oh, Realm Reborn.
yeah, but it is very early. It's like before the game was like finished, and they had no idea what they were making. So it's very. I also love the fact that the guy who plays Louis Soir mispronounces Eorzea. He says Eorzea. It's like
Erosia.
Erosia.
it's very clear that this like
Welcome
agent, like
to
this ad agency just got like an email, and they were like, "This is the script." And they said, "Just read this, dude."
Say these
Can
words.
we put a bunch of people in a $5 cosplay? I'm sure it'll work.
It's cute though. It's like they're
Eorzea.
trying to
Yeah.
make it look so epic, but no
guess.
one has any idea what they've actually what they're selling. Okay, thank you, Shuzzles93 from Fanfrit.
Thanks.
What do you shuzzle? Please tell us.
Yeah, also, let us know what you chuzzle. Next one. This one's from Spiffy Ferguson from Fairy. With the Monster Hunter crossover on the horizon, what other properties would you like to see in-game crossovers with, either genuine or shit, or for shits and giggles? Keep up the great work, Spiffy.
Nier
I've mentioned this one
Automata.
before.
Where's Nier Automata?
We have Kingdom
There
Hearts.
would be
Kingdom Hearts.
good.
Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts.
Nier
Final
Automata.
Fantasy VIII.
I want to get Norded.
I want Octopath Traveler in there too.
Please.
Why'd you have to bring up
World of
Luke Hill's
Warcraft
been
and Final
Norded.
Fantasy.
Luke Hill's
You know what it
been
does to
Norded.
me. You know what talking about Nording does to me.
It's been Norded. Yeah. What? Go ahead. What did you say, Roll? I couldn't hear you over the Nording.
I said I want a Nier Automata one, or just a Nier one in general. I want a Bravely Default one. I want an Octopath Traveler one too.
Oh.
What? Like these are all Square Enix games that are like pretty good and popular that didn't get anything in 14.
Yeah, true.
But 15's still gonna get one, guys.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, we're not getting 15.
We're still gonna
doesn't
get
seem
the
Technically,
crossover.
weren't we? But then, yeah, they just gave up on 15.
Wait,
Seems like
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. wait.
Or-
Did they? Yeah, they
They
keep
teased
talking
it for
about
a
it,
while,
and then
didn't
they
they?
don't, and then I don't know if it's happening anymore.
What's the point?
Yeah, now we've already passed all the important dates for 15,
but
right?
the PC
Well, no.
release was
Yeah.
the perfect time.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
because they're still having more DLC. Remember?
Yeah, but
That is
that's
true.
not like
They-
they
games
won't.
age
They
it
won't.
Now. Final Fantasy 14 and one of Square Enix's mobile games. So that was a crossover.
Like Mobius.
Well, Mobius is over
Mo-
now. They
Not
ended that
Mobius.
game.
No, that one's trash.
Mobius
No,
is pretty
I
good.
mean,
Mobius is
I
like
mean,
one of the
like,
better ones. What?
Yeah.
I mean, like that monster one where you collect monsters. That one's good.
Dragon
World of Final
Quest
Fantasy?
Monsters?
Well, World of Final Fantasy, of
It's
course.
fucking awful, dude.
Oh.
It's that's one of the worst games ever made.
Mhm.
I can't remember.
Good luck in the comment section, yes. Good luck.
I just played it again. It's fucking
Which one's the
terrible.
worst one?
You just said it was a good gameplay, but the story kind of sucks. But
Everything about it sucks. It's on second viewing. I hate it. It sucks.
Okay.
Burn it
What
fire.
sucks?
Okay.
The whole game.
World
all
of Final Fantasy.
Theater
Oh,
rhythm
Yes.
too.
How about
I want-
you leave the podcast?
Okay, watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna turn the comment section around on me right now. Okay.
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 I want Final Fantasy X-3 when that game finally comes out because it will come out.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Final Fantasy X-3, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
Just looking
Thank
at
you,
what that game-
thank you, Spiffy, for that. Next one's from Manix Daruko, from Cerberus. So we most likely get the Blue Mage next expansion, or maybe not. So if the Blue Mage will be the Garlean tank class, wouldn't it be kind of cool if the weapon would not be the gunblade, but the gun hammer or hammer that Nero uses? We've sort of seen a moveset that he uses in the Omega Raid, and another blade type for tank would be way too predictable, but not bad per se. What do you guys think of that?
That's a good idea. We've not
Yeah.
got any hammer classes in the game, and hammers
Giving,
are a pretty big weapon.
Yeah.
Giving tanks like a blunt attack
Yeah.
weapon is
Yeah.
pretty good.
Pretty
'Cause
cool, yeah.
I think because we have like one other blunt one. I think
They're all
which is-
slashing. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Monk's the only blunt job
Yeah.
in the game.
That would be
Yeah.
cool.
So-
Plus, can you
So-
imagine all the cool glamours they can do with the hammer? There's loads of good ideas you can do with a hammer.
Yeah.
What about the gun fists?
Oh, Oh, hell yeah.
that Mr. Cape Westwind has.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
that would be
yes.
Cool.
That sounds like a very like tedious weapon to use. It's just
Totally. It's like two weird spikes with guns on them. It doesn't make any sense. His arms are huge. He's like so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean,
It has no auto attack. It just has 1 and 2 for left and right.
Yeah.
Shoot.
No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Blue Mage's main hand isn't really set in stone. We talked about that before. Like Blue Mage tends to be a little bit all over the place, so definitely possible.
Could be anything.
If not a hammer or the sword, whatever, gunblade, a whip would be pretty cool.
Like
a
Quistis.
whip, like Quistis, yeah. Oof,
yeah,
baby.
I want some Castlevania.
I'm sure the RP community would appreciate that.
Yeah.
What if that's like a thing you could do? You can actually like bind players.
Oh my god, it'll be so many screenshots.
Not a huge amount of options for models for it though. I don't think.
For whips, no, you could definitely do some stuff with it. You could have like really thorny, like viney whips, or like metallic, or rope, or just. You could have like a different effects for it too, or a different holster. Or
I mean, the primal ones would work, but.
I think you can get some variety if you try.
Yeah. Yeah.
They could have one of the classes could have like those chakra things that.
Oh, the chakram weapons, like the blade.
Spinny blade.
Oh hell yeah!
Like
that could be the new
name?
physical ranged.
Yeah.
The guy, the Bonga who has that.
Also, I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure it was Selfie, wasn't it?
Selfie?
Oh, she had the nunchucks.
She has nunchucks, yeah.
Renoa.
Who had that? Oh, Renoa, yeah.
Yeah.
Renoa had the chakra.
Yeah.
Hey,
Selfie had the nunchucks.
Yes.
Nunchucks would be sweet too.
Nunchucks would be good.
Just really quick, just to go back to our last question about weird crossovers. Do you remember that weird crossover that WoW had with Mr. T that let you throw WoW grenades? We need something like that.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
I don't think we do.
I want to throw grenades at people and turn them into things they don't want to be.
Well, they had Vern Troyer too.
Like wands that you can turn people into other things.
That's what
like
I want.
At Halloween, we can have like a goblin wand and everyone's a goblin or whatever. Polymorph goblin.
I mean, it'd be funny. You'd never see your character again, Mala, because I'd be constantly on you. But
it would go on the Mug Station too.
Yeah,
99 stack for $100.
Yeah,
have fun with it.
Yes, please.
Okay.
You can't click off the debuff either. That's the important
part.
It's
okay.
like 5 minutes.
So yeah, congratulations. In this crossover, you'll get punishments. You'll get some good old punishments.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, you'll never see your character again in this event, which is fun because you'll always be something horrible.
That's fine.
Right.
Good question about the weapons.
Thank you, Manic Storico from Cerberus. Next one's from Meili Algiren. I've been told to say it in as Norse as possible. From Hyperion. Dear lovely speakers, if you could have 10 minutes with the dev team to talk about a major change to housing, what features do you want to add or change? All the best, Meili. P.S. Keep up the great work.
Major change to housing, he said?
Yes.
That's
a hot potato.
I would go for apartment upgrades, size upgrades and stuff, because then that would solve everything.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be possible at all, but I would definitely want some like Sims 4 or 3-esque, like you can scale things walls, up and down, and that kind of stuff. That'd be nice.
I feel like mine's is a bit controversial, but I think it's just time to make it instanced. I just wanted instance. I don't give a shit anymore.
If it was instance, we could have even bigger houses than.
Yeah, we could do whatever we wanted. Yeah, exactly.
But it'll lose that uniqueness.
Yeah.
That the house.
How often do I see people like twice?
Yeah, I love the fact that you're in a neighborhood, but you also actually never get to enjoy being in a neighborhood. Yeah, no neighbors interact with anyone. It is.
What if we had both? We kept instance housing, and then we have.
I mean, that's kind of what apartments are already.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just have if there's a plot open in an instance place, you can or non-instance. I mean, you can just buy it up, and if not, you can just have an instance house.
I didn't know what. Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like, even though the neighborhoods are dead, they are. It's still nice to know that you exist in that ward on that plot. I mean, we can tell people to come to this plot, and they can come to that plot and that's cool. It would also completely like fuck up the whole like idea with the guest book. Like,
bring up just make
No,
more
I mean,
houses.
you can tell people to just like, hey, go to this list, and I'm on this here, teleport there. Okay, you're in my
yeah, but now you have
instance
to like you can't like walk around and write in people's guests. Like take a stroll down the
For the
neighborhood.
5 people who do that,
Yeah,
who
but
cares?
it's just
Yeah.
Who
you don't know what you
cares?
have until it's gone. Is what I'm saying. If they were to switch tomorrow, I think we'd be complaining today. I'm
I feel
just
like
saying.
Rolo's probably the most right, where it would be a nice option.
Yeah, I mean, it
Because
doesn't
people
sound
would actually
realistic.
get houses.
But
That
housing
would
isn't that
actu-
much of a problem anymore. I see open plots all the time on Ragnarok. Well,
Now,
small ones for the
I-
most
yeah.
part, but they are still free. In not maybe so much in Kugan, no, not in Kugane, but Shirogane, but Mist and Lavender
Yeah.
Beds and Goblet are always like 1 or 2 available.
Yeah. I mean,
So I don't see
I don't
why
know.
you would jump to that immediately. I think we have more pressing issues than that at the moment, because the housing crisis is over for the most
Yeah.
part.
I just think the benefits that would come with instanced housing.
It's also
Just
not that good anyway.
There wouldn't be things like placement limits, because you don't have to worry about drawing every single house. Load times
Yeah.
for a lot of people into housing areas are ridiculously long in comparison. The fact that you could have whatever plot you wanted to upgrade the size, downgrade the size, whatever you want to do.
Mhm.
Skins for them, like you could be in a
Yeah.
ward or whatever. You could
Sure,
be
like, that
What
sounds
if it
was
there's
way
a
more
lot of
ward
benefits
types?
with. Yeah, absolutely.
what if it was just like a little floating house instance, and you could have like
like
you
wild
can change the
stuff.
Like
skybox?
Wildstar, yeah,
Is that how it is in Wildstar?
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
exactly
I
how it is in
think
Wildstar.
Oh, okay.
They had a very good housing system.
Yeah.
It did. It was really good.
Yeah.
For such a trash launch.
Bad game in general.
Yeah.
Remember the
Great
pink
idea
fetish?
though, but poor optimization. But yeah, they had good ideas for housing.
Mhm.
I think more integration with squadrons would be kind of cool too.
What?
Place them in your house.
Yeah, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, have
just-
them like work out in the garden. That would be cool.
Yeah, wandering around.
You could just
That'd be
place them. And,
I'm your commander. I want you to
Yeah,
water my
yeah.
plants.
Wait, come to my house and train there. You're gonna work out.
Yeah, this is like a Mr. Miyagi thing or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Take off your
Yeah,
clothes. Take off your
yeah,
clothes
yeah, yeah.
and just do some workout here.
Wear these bunny outfits I got for you.
They're very ergonomic.
Are you sure this will protect me?
Oh, they'll
What if
protect you
it's
all
metallic
right.
pink?
Yeah. I would just want, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe instanced housing would solve some stuff. I'm actually quite okay with current housing. The only thing is like the placement limits on outdoor furnishing, especially. But
It's like 30 or something, right?
yeah, it's
pretty low.
30. But that is
Yeah, it's
because
pretty
of the
low.
drawing shit, and that is the
Mm.
downside of having an open neighborhood style housing system. But
It's not a big issue for me in general, personally. but,
it's not
Me
like I
neither.
walk around there and be like, "This should be instanced." That's not what I'm saying. But
No, I'm not saying that either. It's just if you ask me to think of something, that's what I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. We have 10 minutes left. That was all. Thank you, Meili Algren, for that. Is there anything you want to remove from housing, by the way, while we're at it? Is there anything like you feel like is pointless? I'd actually like to make
Yes.
changes to the workshop, because the workshop is a bit useless now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Let everyone
Yeah,
have access to a workshop.
That too,
Mm.
and like I haven't even sent my submarines out in forever.
No.
Oh yeah,
no
how's
point.
Mr. Bean?
Maybe even just this is a simple thing, but maybe being able to decorate your workshop
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
would be nice. That'd be
Yeah.
a nice change.
Yeah.
You know.
It would be cool to like that people would fucking hate that, like having to upgrade your stuff and have like a system
would be-
in the
that's
workshop.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
No,
know
what
that
you
people
do-
would be really angry with that.
I
Should
mean, that's
take
the whole
out,
concept of it, anyways.
Yeah.
Slowly improve, right?
Yeah.
take out all the gummy ship stuff. What am I
Gummy ship.
You know what?
Oh my
Rollo.
God.
You know what?
You've been
You know what?
Norded. You've been
Both of you,
Norded.
both of you are fucking Norded, dude.
You know what? That's
Gummy
a better idea. Take away all the airship and submarine stuff. Make it all gummy ship level.
Okay.
If you wanna get your items, you play a gummy ship level.
You've been
Mila-
Norded.
Mila, do you want to start our own podcast?
Yeah. Okay. Normies of Heidelin.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
what would you say, Rollo? Something about removing the airships?
That just go with gummy ships, whatever.
Okay, implement gummy ships.
Yeah. Cage 2 gummy ships specifically, not Cage 1, because those Cage 1
Yeah,
suck.
because airships and submarines, they feel like it's fun for the first. They only bring back. First of all, they always bring back garbage most of the time, and they take forever.
Grass, dude.
And I don't know what to do with it. Like, who manages? Like, it's.
Do you want to know what killed them? Not bringing back relevant materia anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they still bring back 2s and 3s, and you're like,
What's
dude,
the
we're
point?
3 expansions from that being useful. Like, you got to bring back actual 6s for me to
Why
be
are you
happy
bringing
about
back
this.
like a stack of 78 Fire 1 materia?
Right, it doesn't make any sense.
Where did you get it from?
Right.
Yeah.
Where did it get it from?
My actual change though would be probably removing some of the restrictions on placing items, like where you can place them, how you can place them, and having to use those glitches,
Yeah.
which have basically become standard
Yeah.
for decorating. You have to use those glitches. It's like you might as well just patch that kind of
The
shit.
fact that you can't like place a fake window on a fake wall. That's
Right,
pointless.
Exactly.
They're
Mhm.
both fake.
Which
It
you-
even says
Right,
so
and
in
you can. You just have to glitch it.
Yes,
right?
I know.
Like,
You
it's
have to
so
glitch.
yeah, or like flipping items around or something like that. Like sometimes it's just
Yeah.
not.
You
know.
can't even like place things on the fireplaces sometimes and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so then you have to
Yeah,
glitch.
you can't. You're right. You can't put a painting just on your fireplace.
Right,
Like,
right.
Which is what most people do with fireplaces. Just
Yeah.
saying.
You know what would be cool? If they added Hamlet defenses to your house, and that became like a little thing you can do to your house.
Whoa.
Like,
Well,
I don't know.
hold.
I don't know, dude. I'm just spitballing like a little.
That's a lot of stuff. What did you just say? You're a Hamlet defense in your house?
If there was like an instance housing, and you
I know
could-
what you're going for.
Oh God! Now we're going. Okay.
I'm just like.
Okay. I'm trying to
it's not
understand you,
gonna happen.
Rollo. I'm trying to get. Okay. So.
Okay. A house defense. House
House defense.
You defend from beast tribes that go into the housing wards,
Mhm.
The exile have invaded the mist.
Oh
and
dear
they
God!
ransack your houses.
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Unless you put blood and salt on your window, like they did in Moses' days or whatever.
Moses' days, yeah.
Yeah, or else they steal your
Off that,
soul.
though,
You
I
know.
know I've obviously been a bit WoW heavy, but if their island expeditions turn out to be good, steal that idea for airships,
Just
and then just have
don't
like
do
rapid
airships.
generators.
Yeah, so people talk about that's diadem, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you know?
But-
Do you remember how you got the diadem originally? You had to explore
yeah,
islands
but
until you
that-
found the diadem. I don't want to stay away from that forever. I
Yeah.
don't even want them to think about doing a go to
I think
an
they should
island.
do-
We got
diadem
Eureka
again?
instead.
Yeah, we did that, and we're done with it.
Yeah.
Like that
No,
is
you know what, Yaz, right? You're very negative about the diadem, but if they gave it
about
a
the
third
diadem.
try,
No shit.
I think
I'm
they could
negative
really
about
do
the
it. So I think they should
diadem.
give it a third try.
A three. No, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Kill it.
Kill it.
Kill it.
And unfortunately, I feel like the airships, and this is why I don't understand why they brought subs into the picture, because I feel like
They're all
airships were
bad.
like, they are made for diadem, like so you can get to diadem. Because
Mhm.
remember, you have to
That
like
was the
search,
point.
you have to look for it, and the hard mode
Mhm.
especially was hard to find. And then it didn't work. And then we're like, but we have to keep this console alive, like this thing in the workshop. We
Yeah.
have to keep that active. So let's introduce subs. Like, why? It's
They
a
only
little-
introduced subs so you had to start at level 1 again, basically.
and also,
pretty much.
yes, I know it brings back valuables every now and then, but then you get like a batch of level 2 materia that you don't need, level 2 vitality materia. Like,
Yeah.
please, I don't need this
It's the
shit.
material. Yeah, the material is the big part for me. Like, I do love it when it brings me back. Like, I've made probably 30 mil off my airships or
Mhm.
submarines.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that, but I just don't like all the 1 gil items it brings back. Like, why does it bring back like red coral or whatever? At this
Yeah.
point, it's
Yeah.
literally 1 gil on the market board.
Yeah.
Or it like brings back crafting items that have, like can be used in one craft that is no longer relevant, and it brings like 500 cassia blocks. It's like,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't need
Why?
500 cassia blocks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. On that note,
So bring back the item.
don't bring back diadem. Don't
Kill
bring
it.
back diadem. Kill it.
Bring
It's-
back gummy ships.
I find it strange that it's still even there. You can still.
Well, they phased out the good stuff out of it.
Yeah.
Like the hunting
Well,
block
you can
now
still get the
being in
unicorn, right?
the Pegasus. You can still get the Pegasus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that's left in there that you can't get outside of it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's probably about time that they just say, you know what, you can get the Pegasus in airships or something,
Yeah,
and then it's
yeah.
like, we're done. We're just done.
Yeah. Okay, it's time to end it. Thank you guys for watching. Time to end it. Time to end the episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to follow us on Twitter at SpeakersXIV, twitch.tv/SpeakersOfIreland, youtube.com/SpeakersXIV, ! Discord in chat if you want to join our Discord server, if you're watching live. If you're watching on demand, link is in the description.
Send us Mogmail!
SpeakersXIV.com/Mogmail. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Remember to stay tuned for the post show, though, because we'll be premiering Secrets of a Realm. Bye.
All right.
Bye.